Well, good Tuesday evening, folks. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Epic Racing Association. AMP, Grading and Excavation Pavement, a late model stock car series season finale tonight. Martinsville Speedway is the most famous paperclip in all of motor racing. And we're going to close out what is one of the tightest points battles that I have recalled, that I have seen, that I have filed into recent memory. We are going to take a moment at the start of this thing. I am going to tell you that it is 2 points that separate your points leaders, Jeff Town, from second place, Dylan Connor, both drivers with 3 wins, both drivers with 9 starts. Jeff Town has about 5 second place finishes to Connor's 2. So that'll be the difference, and if they fall to a tiebreaker, that would be the tiebreaker. Matt Eddy is about 32 points behind with those guys being here, and I don't think enough points available. I believe that he is racing for third, and he's tied with Adam Vinny, and those two will be in a tight points battle to podium the season finale. Now, time to grab drivers, because we want to talk to the 2 drivers that are in the points battle tonight. We're going to start off with the guy who's doing all the chasing, and it doesn't feel like he should be. It feels like he ought to be out front because he has been on a tear of late. Dylan Connor, you come into the season finale, you're 2 points back. What are you thinking coming in here to Martinsville tonight?
I mean, I'm pretty confident as far as, racing here. I got some good experience at this track, and it's one of my favorites. Like I said, I can't go out there just really focused on points. I just got to go out there and run my race and try to go for the win, and that's about all I can do.
Well, the defending series champion, and you've had a pretty good challenger. The guy in the 2 car has done everything possible to make life difficult for you to defend that thing. So when he gets close by, whether you're chasing him or you're in front of him, are you going to put the pressure on if you got to pass? You going to go for it a little bit extra? Or if you're ahead, is that 91 car going to get super wide tonight?
Yeah, I'm just, I ain't really decided honestly what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I want to qualify or try to get all the points I can and start at the rear, but we'll see on that. But it's been a great season racing with him. We've had some great battles together, me and him, and he's a class act, and he's, like I said, he's good week in, week out. So just best of luck to him, and we'll see how it shakes out.
All right, man, quickly before I let you go, are we in any kind of a throwback tonight? And if we are, what is it?
Yeah, this is the last last scheme my dad ran, and when he ran pure stock at our home track back in 2008. So I just want to throw it back to him this race.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there tonight. I am sure we're going to get to talk to you one way or another. You're either going to be on the podium or you're going to be hoisting the big trophy tonight. So we want to wish you the best of luck in that, and go give them hell, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Dylan Connor, your defending series champion, and currently sitting second in points, and he's trailing a guy whom I said something when I first saw this guy break into the series. Soon as he's off of not being able to qualify, we're going to see somebody that is going to come up here, and they are going to put some serious pressure for a title, for season series wins on the 91 car, and he has done exactly that this season. Jeff Town, you got a 2-point lead coming in. Tell me what you're thinking as we get ready to go racing here.
It's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, just got to follow through with the pit strategy. Of course, we'll see how it all plays out, but yeah, it's going to be a tight one. We'll see what happens.
125 laps, that's a lot of laps around, especially around Martinsville. In this place, man, it's tough. But I ask your competitor, I'm going to say your rival, but I don't know if it's gotten that far yet, so I'm going to say your competitor. If you're out front, he's catching up close to the end. Is the 2 car going to get super wide? And if you're the one doing all the chasing and you got to get past him to secure the points, are you going to get a little more aggressive than we would normally see?
mean, I got respect for Dylan, so you got to be careful too. I don't want to wreck him. I want this to play out as fair as possible. We've raced good all season. We've raced around each other all season and had very minimal, bad situations. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation, but I mean, if you're going for the points championship, you got to definitely do what you got to do, but I'm on the part of doing it as clean as I possibly can.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you get out there, get some more laps in, get ready for qualifying. We want to wish you luck. Go out there and try to hold on to that points lead and see if you can bring that big title home tonight, all right?
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, driver of the 2-car, Jeff Town. He's your points leader coming into this finale here tonight. We're looking, that's the old Jasper Engines paint scheme right there. 77 car of Sean McLaughlin adorning that tonight. Throwback night. We've got a couple. We know the 81 of Jeff Werdeman. That is a Wood Brothers Tiny Lund throwback to 1963. Yeah, the Daytona 500. And we looked at that 90 car just a minute ago. And that is a Steve Stallings throwback. And we didn't get a whole lot of information, but I don't care. It's an orange car with a number 8 on the side. I like it. I think it's great. I saw McLaughlin's. We saw Werdeman's. Turnmeyer always runs an advanced auto parts deal. That looks a little bit like an old Greg Biffle scheme that I've seen for years and years. There's a good one. There's a Cartoon Network scheme. I think I have a bunch of die-cast that the number on the side of that car is 29, not 92. But tonight, Mr. Westendorf will be taking us back in time about 97, 98, if my memory is what I think it is. We said Joey Connor, Dylan Connor. He's not on track, so we're not going to get to see that one. Oh, you know what? I didn't turn that off, did I? I was talking to those guys, and I didn't turn that off. That's terrible. We're going to look at these cars as they go around. So, yeah, I was going to turn that off after we were done talking to the drivers, and I must have missed the button. That is 100% on me. But they are done with practice. They're ready to go qualifying. We're just waiting for drivers to start rolling out. DJ Oxford looks like he'll be one of the first ones. Sean McLaughlin is out as well. Now Bob Eldred. Eldred, we've seen him in that 13 car, that black and red 13 car, a couple of times in the last couple of seasons. Austin DeMoore is fairly traditional. You know the 11 of Adam Vinny. The Lumberdew Limousine is going to stay traditional. No green hoops, but he's still rocking the blue ones. And I know the bill is in the chat. There's Mr. Turnmeyer. Mr. Towns in his normal black and white number 2. Andrew Rutherford. Matt Eddy, both in their regular cars. Oh, little Kirby curb action right there. Eldred quickest right now. 20.08. Adam Vinny breasts that at a 20.02. Moves it up by 6/100ths. There's Rutherford, Joey Connor. Getting her rolling. We'll watch a little bit of the 8 car here. He's usually really quick. Vinny about to cross the line. His second lap. Just a little slower. Jeff Town will go to the pole. At least the provisional pole at 19.97 seconds. Out of 4 to the stripe. First time by. Where does it put driver 8? He's going to be 11th quick on his first lap. Pete Dillon. And I want to go show you Pete Dillon's car because he is throwing back to the happiest place on earth. Watch this lap right here. We'll see if he improves any. Joey Connor moves to second quick, and there you go. Oh, you know what? Maybe not the happiest place on earth. I have that confused with something else, but man, it sure is a happy place, and that is an Alan Kowicki throwback, and I'll tell you, more respect for that guy, Alan Kowicki, than any other former or current NASCAR driver, because he's the only one to ever win it as not only the driver of the car, but the owner of the car. And he had Hooters on the side of that car forever. So the 7 is our guy. So let's get our picks in real quick. Caleb Dyer already in with number 4. Let's get our over-unders in. This is the last week for it here. Get your picks in. I think I'll go ahead and take number 7 just because. Soon as this week is over, since the artwork's approved, we'll put the orders in for our prizes, and then as soon as they're here, we'll notify everybody, and we'll get them kicked down the road and sent to you. So Dylan Connor is going to go max points. He's going to start at the back. New driver, Stephen Parks, will be in the 103, and he will start at the back. And I'll tell you, Pete Dillon went out there and beat the fenders off the 7-car in qualifying, and he is going to start at the back of this thing. So some of these guys going after max points. Hello, Barb. Barb's going to take 6. Bill's going to take 13. That's the Bill I remember. Taking them wild numbers. That's all right. Play anyway. You never know. Sometimes I'm just totally stupid. And you never know what you're going to get in the prize box. So we are waiting for the driver's meeting to finish. The guys will get out here with a little bit of warm-up. You have until the pace car rolls with the field in tow, the main event, which is 125 laps tonight, if I haven't mentioned that already, to get your over-under picks in. Right now, the artwork is all approved. I just got to get it officially to the printer to tell him what style of cup we want to get this time, and then he will get those printed up. It'll probably take him a few days, and then I will take a few days and pick them up, and then it'll take a few days to get them mailed out. So within the month, within the end of March, they will be in the mail to everybody.
The screen is live for our JD7 Motorsports Lucky 7 redraw. If you're not familiar with it, we have the top 7 in qualifying based on their order. You may be wondering why Dylan Connor is not in there. He is opting to not qualify tonight in order to try to earn the hard charger bonus point towards the championship bid. So our 7 in order. We'll hit the randomize button 3 times. However it lands on the 3rd one, that'll be our JD7 Motorsports Lucky 7 redraw. First go round, second go round, and our 3rd shuffle. So on the pole tonight will be the 90 of Joey Connor. Outside flanking him will be the 70 of Rutherford. Row number 2 will be the 07 of Demore and the 2 of Town. Row number 3 will have the 11 of Vinny and the 16 of Turnmeyer, and our lucky 7 driver of the night will be the 13 of Eldred. So Connor, that'll be Joey, Rutherford, Demore, Town, Vinny, Turnmeyer, Eldred. We'll get ready to have our drivers meeting and then our warm-up session where we have everybody come out.
All right, you heard. 7 drivers that qualified fastest on the redraw, excuse me. It moved the driver that qualified second to the pole and moved the driver that qualified 4th to his outside. Then Demore from the 7th spot gets to start 3rd. Town will go from quick qualifier to starting 4th. Adam Vinny moves down 2 spots to the 5th starting spot. Marvin Turnmeyer holds station in 6th. And Bob Eldred moves from 5th to 7th. Chris Shannon will start on the outside of that 4th row with Bob Eldred. Everybody behind that will stay the same. You heard him talk about Dylan Connor trying to maximize for hard charger. 1 point, and it makes a difference. That 1 point could be the swing point. If it's close, we may have to wait for the final tally in points to be run through so we can get an official champion. Now, obviously, if Town finishes ahead of Connor, even with that bonus point, I don't think it's going to matter. But you never know. We got to wait and see. Do not miss your chance to get in on the over-under. Whatever number of cautions you think they will have in this 125-lap race, get that in the chat so I can get it written down. Last one for this season right here. We have 2 winners. Bill and Jane have both won this season so far. Winners a couple seasons ago, or last season even. It was 2 seasons ago, I think. We got a box of stuff. There was 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Bill, Mindy, and Barbara all won a couple seasons ago. Okay, Paula, I'll give up my 7 for you. And I'm going to change I'm going to go to 8. I think the boys are going to land on 8. I like cool prices too. I got shelves of this stuff over here. What I don't have is those hot cold. I do have, but they're from Dirt Slingers hot cold cups. I do have some of those. We may do some of those just because it's fun. No. I never mind giving up my number if somebody else wants it. I got 8. You got 7. Absolutely, we'll stay like that. I have no problems with that. It's always fun. I hate putting 2 people on the same number because if it hits, it's it's kind of anticlimactic, really. If 16 drivers officially checked in. We had 3 that didn't qualify. I have nothing planned for tomorrow night. I need some time to do a few things. Thursday night is still an up in the air night. It's going to depend on how I feel and if anybody reaches out to us during the day. And then nothing again until possibly Sunday night, and that's a possible Sunday night if we get back in town in time. And then we'll start over again Monday, and it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and then the rest of the week next week. So as Midwest Truck Series is going to come back to action for us, kick off their season. Guys are going to get out here. They're going to come down here to probably turn 3, turn 4. They're going to line up 2 wide and do a mock start, get a few laps in, just so everybody gets a little bit more comfortable with the 2 wide starts and a little door-to-door racing before we get into our main event and we kick it off in the first 10 laps with a couple of cautions. Nobody wants to see that. That 6 car. Who is in the 6 car? I don't know who that is. Okay, the 6 is going to show up as the 32 on our scoring pylon. That's going to be Chris Shannon. Can't change those things live. And there you see that throwback homage to Dylan Connor's dad on the 91 car. Got us a start out here. We're doing pretty good. First couple of cars got single file pretty quick. It's 2 wide all the way back through the field behind that. Some of these guys are going to find a little bit of tough sledding. I know there's going to be some pit strategy involved. I'm interested to see if that pit strategy is going to be, if we try to third this race up, if we catch cautions in the right spots or near the right spots, or if a couple of these guys maybe try to get 60, 70, 75 laps out of their tires before doing anything. I did not go back and look at the caution count the last time we were here. Oh, little bumper hook there. That was DeMoore and Rutherford that got together and kind of got things parked down. And there's that Pennzoil. And I do know that Pennzoil is old NASCAR stuff. In fact, the guy that drove that old Pennzoil scheme, his name was Steve Park. And this guy's name is Steven Parks. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. Hello, Mindy. Guys, you don't have long. About 1 minute and 45 seconds here, and then until that pace car rolls off for over-unders. You better get them in. We got about 5 people in there now. 4, 6, 7, 8, and 13 have all been chosen. Only platform I don't see represented right now is Facebook, and I'm sure somebody's watching. The viewer numbers are up enough to make me think that is possible. These guys back out. We're watching the 103 go to pit road to check on that little bit of damage. These guys got back to restart. Little practice run for them. Oh, Sean McLaughlin got the car a little out. He might have had help. He might have got tapped from behind there. Getting down the corner. Oh, there goes Jeff Town. Just spinning around. Three wide through turns 1 and 2. Wow. I think everybody's kind of shutting her down, getting ready for the swap over. So we are about to roll for our main event. Last chance for over-under picks. Get them in now or forever wish you had. So we get ready for our 125 lap main event. We're not going to start them exactly like they're lined up there. We are going to start with the 8 of Joey Connor on the pole, the 70 of Andrew Rutherford to his outside. Austin DeMoore in the 07, row 2 to the inside with your current points leader. In the 2 car, Jeff Town on his outside. The 11, Lumberdew Limousine of Adam Vinny. Row 3 inside next to the 16 of Marvin Turnmeyer. And then Bob Eldred on the inside of that 4th row. And he will have Chris Shannon in the 6 on his outside. The 88 of Matt Eddy, row 5 inside with the 22 of DJ Oxford on the outside of that there 5th row. The 81 of Jeff Werdeman next to the 77 of Sean McLaughlin in row number 6. Your 7th row. I don't know what is happening with that. There we go. Your 7th row is Josh Westendorf, the 92, Pete Dillon in the 7, and our back row, Stephen Parks in the 103, and Dylan Connor in the 91. This is wonky. Wonky, wonky. All righty. It's about that time. Let's get up here to the front. Look from the rear bumper of that 8 car. She gets ready to restart us, or officially start us, I should say. Into the start box. Season finale.
Green flag, green flag.
The Epic Racing Association Amp Grading and Excavation Pavement late model series 125 lapper to close it out is underway, and they're side by side out of 2. Row 2 side by side. The only car single, well, that's Marvin Turnmeyer. He's in 5th, and Adam Vinny in 6th, single filed up right behind him. Vinny already found a little bit of curb, had to grab the car real quick. Joey Connor will grab the point, then Rutherford, DeMoore, and Town. Town still stuck on the outside. Can't stay up there too long trying to fight, but he's got to find a hole to get down, and no one's just going to give him one. And he gets the car pulled down in front of Marvin Turnmeyer. Put him into the 4th spot. Turnmeyer 5th. Vinny, Shannon, Eldred, Oxford, and Eddie make up the top 10 right now. And Adam Vinny is taking a peek on Marvin Turnmeyer, trying to move to the inside. Looking back to the field, Dylan Connor, the 91. Up to the 14th spot. A lot of laps left here. Still Joey Connor out front. Rutherford, DeMoore, Town, and then Turnmeyer and Vinny are battling. Vinny's going to get the best of that, put him 5th. Turnmeyer currently 6th, but Chris Shannon already up the inside of the 16 car. That time bumped the curb, had to burp the throttle, and he'll fall back in line in the 7th spot. Eldred under fire. DJ Oxford, and he lets him go. Well, I thought he was going to just let him go right there. He sure did. I think Oxford may have gotten the car a little out of shape. It looks like he wants to let him go and fall in line. Just doesn't want to leave the door too open for Matt Eddy, and now he'll get down. Thought he was going to cross over, and looks like he might be crossing right back over. Single file line from 1st until you get back here to about the 8th and 9th spots. Now, side by side in front of that is Shannon is going to put a move on Turnmeyer. Why will that thing not catch up? Get real frustrated with that here in a second. Overlay's trying to catch up. They're fighting. We're staying green here. We're about to complete lap number 11. I know it shows 7 on. Oh, big hit on the fence. That's going to open the door. Rutherford had a good run out of 4. Little bit of momentum, and Connor bumps the outside wall. Crushed that right front fender in just a little bit. And now we'll have a changing of the guard at the front. Joey Connor will fall back to 2nd. Rutherford will move to the point. DeMoore is still 3rd. Town still 4th. Adam Vinny now has joined the party. The back of that line, he's 5th, and then it's a big gap back to 6th place Marvin Turnmeyer. Let's go check on the 91, Dylan Connor. He's already into the 10th spot. Yeah, I don't think our overlays are going to catch up. Don't know why they're acting up tonight. They haven't all season long, and tonight they want to be silly with me. They're about 4, almost 5 laps behind now. It's just slower and slower and slower. So Rutherford out front. He's opened up a few car lengths on Joey Connor. Yeah, that thing's still out of whack. Jeff Town now got around to Moore, and he left the door open long enough for Adam Vinny to follow him through. So move Town to the 3rd spot, Vinny to the 4th spot. DeMore is back to 5th. Bob Eldred got around Marvin Turnmeyer. Pete Dillon going to get around DJ Oxford as Oxford killed the right front of that 22 car coming out of turn number 4 just now. So put Dillon into the 8th spot. Oxford's back to 9th. It is a dogfight right here, and look who's inside the top 10 comfortably now. He's currently battling for the 9th spot. Trying to stay ahead of Sean McLaughlin and trying to keep Chris Shannon behind him. That battle will come to an end, and now he'll be after DJ Oxford. So put him currently 10th. Working on the 9th place car already. And Oxford's got a little damage, and it might be affecting the handling. He may have knocked a toe out on the 22 car as he rubs the fence with the right rear one more time. 21 laps in the books. I don't know why this thing isn't working, but we'll turn it off for a little bit and see if it'll catch itself up. Let's try this. Let's try a reload and see what happens. Out in front, 0.9 of a second now for Andrew Rutherford. 70 car looking pretty sporty out here tonight. Connor's hanging on to second. Staying right in the groove. Push that right front fender in just a teeny tiny little bit, but not much. That's what allowed Rutherford to get past him a few laps ago. Town is up there in the 3rd spot. Then Vinny and DeMore, Eldred, Dillon. Marvin Turnmeyer was trying to take a peek around Pete Dillon. Couldn't make it happen. Dylan Connor now got around DJ Oxford. So did Sean McLaughlin. So did Chris Shannon. Oxford is all the way back to 12th, and he's under fire from Jeff Werdeman in the 81 and Matt Eddy in the 88. Oh, car off the track. That's DeMore. No caution yet. Austin DeMore slid the car out of 2, slid it into not pit road, but kind of the infield. I don't know if he's going to catch a penalty for that or not. It looks like he's going to continue on, so he's not going to pit road. He is just way behind right now. As he's at the stripe, and the leaders are coming out of turn 4. Still Rutherford, Connor, Town, Vinny, and Eldred the top 5. Dillon, Turnmeyer. And now Dylan Connor is up to 8th and looking for more. He's working on Turnmeyer. Jeff Town is not making any bold moves. He is sitting there riding in 3rd. Turnmeyer is making it real tough on Connor right now. They almost touched last corner. They're going to get in there tight, but Connor's going to get the best of that deal coming out of 4. Almost 30 laps in the books. We are almost 25% of the way through this thing. Now I believe we're caught up and even. Woohoo! Love it. All right. So looks like our scoring pylon finally caught up. But the gap is closing. Rutherford has lost about 3/10 in the last 7-8 laps. Everybody is reeling him in. You can see the gap between Pete Dillon and the 91 of Connor. Connor hard charging. Started about 15th. He's up to 7th. Current points leader sits in 3rd. He has ridden there for about the last 25 laps. Yeah, it's a big one, Mindy. This is a long one. Should be fun no matter what. We are past the 1/3 mark, or the 1/4 mark, excuse me. We are past the 1/4 mark. Here in about 7-8 laps, we'll be at a 1/3. No cautions thus far. Cars are stretched out pretty far around the racetrack now. We're watching the leaders, but if we drop back here a little further, you can see that they go single file, and they are really getting spread out. DeMoore is right here. We'll get him at the line, and we'll go back to Andrew Rutherford, who is on the screen now. You can see it's about half a straightaway till we start getting into lap traffic. Top 4 with a big breakaway. They are about one set of corners ahead of 5th place. They are all running identical lap times, 20:34, 20:35. Big mover. Well, that's the 91 car. He's picked up 9 positions. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to go start at the back. Get that extra bonus point for hard charger. Top 3, nose to tail. It's a little bit of a gap back to the 11 of Adam Vinny in 4th, and that might be by design. He might be trying to stay just far enough back that he can keep a little bit of clean air on the nose of that car. If we stay green, I expect to see some pit stops sometime around lap 65 to 75. About 2 laps will be 1/3 of the way through this thing. We'll go back here at Marvin Turnmeyer in 8th, McLaughlin 9th, Shannon is 10th. These 3 running as a group. They are running about 7.5 to 8 seconds off of our leaders. Looks like everybody's kind of gotten content to just get in here and sit and make laps. Drop back just a little further. We'll go back. We'll find the 22 of Oxford, who has slipped all the way back to 13th, and he is about to be challenged by the 103 of Stephen Parks. That battle will not last long. Westendorf in the 29. DeMoore in the 07, your 16th place runner. He comes out of turn 2, and they're getting closer. They are getting quite a bit closer, actually. 20:39 for the leaders and 20:59 and 20.6 near the back of the field. So 0.3 of a second. It won't take long. We might have our first caution. Woo, I thought that was going to be an ugly one because Rutherford got a little out of shape coming off of 4. Connor was going to make a bold move and try to get to 1 before and tried to outbrake him getting in there. Got a little bit into the left rear corner, but neither car came around. That slowed the lap times for the top 4 drastically. They lost about 0.3 of a second. Everybody checking up for that. Adam Vinny looks to the inside of the 2 car. They're going to stay side by side. That is going to close some things up. I tell you, we want to get right back here because Dylan Connor now has caught Pete Dillon and Bob Eldred. Connor's still 7th, 4.5 seconds off the lead, but now he's back to a group of cars, a pair, and he may be looking to pick up some spots here as 3rd and 4th still run side by side. Now they'll shuffle it back to single file. Vinny will go to 3rd. Town will fall back to 4th. Fastest 3 cars on the track, well, Pete Dillon, Bob Eldred, and Dylan Connor still running 20.3. Nobody else is faster than 20.4. Lap car of Westendorf. Right in front of the leaders. Just a handful of car lengths as we have 75 laps remaining. Rutherford goes by. Joey Connor goes by. Adam Vinny will go by, and so will Jeff Town here in turns 3 and 4. Now we'll follow the next 3 and see how long it takes those 3 to get by. And does anybody try to get a little racy right here and use that lap car as a pick to advance themselves? We're closing in on pit stops, I feel. There goes your first one. That's the 92 of Westendorf. He just gets out of the way. So 4s at the front, and now for the first time, 4s through all the way through the top 7 cars. 20.4 second laps. But they're all very, very close. Dylan Connor moved around Bob Eldred right there. So move him up to 6th. Rutherford scrapes the wall out of 4, but Connor's not close enough to make a move in the 8 car. Oxford and DeMore are the next 2 cars in front of these guys, and they are just 15 car lengths. Not even half a straightaway. Westendorf still on pit road. Dylan Connor now moves up to the back bumper and then falls off. He closed in real quickly on the 7 and then fell back off. I think he may have gotten into the corner just a little hot. I caught it just as it was happening. Wasn't able to get the camera spun around to show it in time. So he still runs in 6. Pete Dillon is right in front of him. Dillon's got damage on the right front just a tiny bit. Like maybe he bumped the car or bumped the fence. And this is all about 3.5 seconds off of the lead right here. I don't want to miss pit stops. That's what I don't want to miss. We see somebody. There goes the 22 of DJ Oxford onto pit road. Lap 55 coming to lap 56. Stephen Parks in the 103 will run down to the entrance to pit road as the 4 leaders go by. Westendorf got back out. He's going to be about 6 laps off the lead, and he is right behind these leaders, and he's going to have fresh tires. He's going to catch them very quickly. Here comes Joey Connor, closing back in on Andrew Rutherford. Just waiting to see what pit stop sequences start to look like. And, oh, that was close. Connor really got in the corner well, and Rutherford was slowed and letting the car kind of settle and roll, and he almost got a shot in the bumper. Let's get on board with Adam Vinny and watch this tussle that's starting in front. We're so close to pit stops. 2040's the last time by. The next three cars, which is Dylan Connor, Pete Dillon, Dylan Connor, and Bob Eldred, they are in the threes. So they are slowly easing up on this group in front. Try to keep up with our drone cam here. You can see the lap car of Austin Damore right in front. Oh, there was contact there. And a really good job by Rutherford of getting that car back up underneath him. Connor had to roll off the throttle. Vinny has a run. He's going to take advantage. He's going to get a shot in the door for his efforts. That'll open things up as Town will slide by as well. That'll put Joey Connor back to fourth. Got damage on that left front fender too, where he got into the door of the 11. Rutherford to the pits. He's the first of the leaders to go to pit road. That puts Adam Vinny on the point. Jeff Town right in behind him. And now here comes Adam Vinny. And Jeff Town will take over the lead. Can't stay out there too long. The guy on fresh tires can make up a whole lot of time that you cannot get back at the end of a run. Austin Damore, Jeff Town now headed for pit road. That's going to put Joey Connor back out front. The lap car of Westendorf is in between he and second place Pete Dillon. Dylan Connor has brought the 91 car, and he's right behind Town. He got there quick. He's going to close that gap right here. He saw Town go to pit road. He was able to close the gap up. Now it's going to be who gets off pit road first. Tires going on there. Only right side tires for the 91. Town off the jack. He takes right side tires. He gets out in front. McLaughlin is going to go to the point as Eldred took the car to pit road. Jeff Town got out in front of the current leader. McLaughlin leads at lap number 70. Chris Shannon, Jeff Werdeman, Matt Eddy, and then Marvin Turnmeyer. Jeff Town scored in seventh, but he's right in front of these leaders. Here comes Joey Connor out of the pits. Bob Eldred in the 13. He goes to pit road. Will he only take right side tires? Yes, he does, and he's going to roll out. There goes Town. Here comes the leaders. And now, car getting turned. 70. This should be a caution. Here we go. Yeah, Matt Eddy's going to get a piece of this, but it was not Matt Eddy. It's going to happen right here. 70 up off the corner, and he got into the rear end. Oh, and Adam Vinny's going to catch a big piece of this. Matt Eddy, Joey Connor. That's going to shake some things up, folks. Just a little bit. A lot of the guys that are going to come around are going to be a few laps on tires. McLaughlin, Shannon, Werdeman, Turnmeyer, and Eddy. all will have fresh tires, and they're not going to start very deep in this thing, and they'll have the freshest tires of anybody out on track. Bob Eldred is going to get his lap back, and he only had about a lap or two on his. Jeff Town just had 2 or 3 laps. The 91 of Connor, what happened to him? He's way back here. He's second in line. Because of where the pace car came out, he may be having to take a waiver round to get himself back up there. Jeff Town was in front of the leaders on the lead lap, at the tail end of the lead lap when the incident occurred. So big break for the 2 car. McLaughlin is going to come out second. He was the leader when it happened. Turnmeyer, Shannon, Werdeman, Eddie, all there. I want to see Adam Vinny in the 11 car right in front of the leaders.
Back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
I think all the way back to the 92, they are going to go ahead and get waved past the pace truck. We'll watch Westendorf, and that's going to put Jeff Town with 50 laps remaining, starting on the pole or the inside of the front row here. It's Sean McLaughlin, who just rolled off pit road. Only a couple of laps separate the 2 on tires. That shouldn't be an issue. I bet you did, Mindy. I will bet you did. So everybody's doubled up. We're going to be going green to this time. Town and McLaughlin, Turnmeyer and Shannon, Werdeman and Eddie, Rutherford, and then Dylan Connor back in 8th. Pete Dillon and Adam Vinny, row 5. Eldred and Parks.
All right, man. Lights are back on the
As
pace car. We're not going green this time. We are
extend the
not
caution
going
one
green.
more time. Looks like Joey Connor in the 90 is going to head for pit road. He's a lap down. Go take a look at his car. Front end still pretty mangled. Right side pretty mangled. Left front corner is pushed in. So they're headed down the backstretch. We're going to see if that pace truck gets out of the way. And no, we're going to keep the caution going. So we're going to tick some laps off. And we're going to be down to about 54 laps, 56 laps, 57 laps. No, 47 laps. 47 laps when we take the green. Town out front. Leading the points by 2. Dylan Connor shown 9th on the grid, but 8th in the running order, and that's because DJ Oxford, who is a couple laps down, is up there on the outside of that 4th row. Pace truck's out of the way. Late flag from the flag stand, but good restart for everybody. No accordion effects, no nonsense. Town with the lead. McLaughlin sitting in second. Turnmeyer turning things around. He's up to 3rd. Chris Shannon is 4th. Werdeman, Rutherford, Eddie, and then Connor's still 8th. He's working on Matt Eddy for that spot. He'll get it. Matt Eddy way up the hill. Sledding's going to get a little tougher now. 70 car's been fast pretty much all night long. Led a bunch of laps up here. Got a little bit involved in the incident with the 8 car. But he is not going to be an easy pass, and he is going to probably have to go and put some pressure on that 81 car. While he's trying to get on offense, he's also going to have to watch the mirror and play defense on the 91 car. It look like the car's nearly as good in dirty air right now. Town still holding the point. McLaughlin still second. Turnmeyer is still third. Nothing has changed in the top 6 cars. Dylan Connor moved to 7th. Pete Dillon right there in 8th. Oh, cars going around. We're going to get a chance to go look at this. I'm going to say this was a chain reaction incident because Andrew Rutherford may have gotten a little tappity-tap from the 91, and the 7 got into the back of the 91 right down here in turns 1 and 2. Right there, right there, right there. A little chain reaction. So they'll drive away from it. We'll get back under caution. Caution number 2 comes at lap number 85. Only the 3 cars involved and only 2 of them going around. They will both, at least Rutherford is going to head for pit road. Connor also took his car in. I think just checking to make sure nothing's bad on that car. Probably check the tires. Neither car looks like it has any actual damage on it. I'm sure just spinning out, they're going to want to put some skin on that and get back out there and see what they can do. Now left side's going on for the 70. Parks rolling away, and Connor is also rolling away. So the 3 on pit road. Good to go. We're going to come out with 14 cars back on the lead lap, and DJ Oxford had a wave around. I saw the 8 car of Connor take a wave around. He immediately went to pit road. Nothing tire-wise, it doesn't look like on the 8 car. So Town and McLaughlin stay out front. Turnmeyer and Shannon, 3rd and 4th. Werdeman 5th. Dillon 6th. Vinny 7th. Eldred 8th. DeMore 9th. Eddie 10th. Rutherford out in the pits in the 11th. Dylan Connor 12th. And Parks back in the pit again in the 103. So Joey Connor probably going to be the 13th place car when we get ready to restart. 37 laps still up on the board. Steve Parks still on pit road. Might be rolling off now. Yeah, he's going to get off pit road right as the green flag falls. So he is going to have to hope for another caution. He's going to get up here and race with these guys for some positions. But we got a good side-by-side start on the front row for sure. Town now will go and jump to the point. Marvin Turnmeyer drives the 16 in all the way to the bumper of the 2, and we got a caution behind. Jeff Werdeman is a piece of this. Pete Dillon moved to the inside. A little contact, little hit on the curb. Yeah, we are going to have several cars in it. Rutherford was in it. Joey Connor, Matt Eddy. I think the 92 of Westendorf got stopped, and so did the 103 of Parks. So caution number 3, and we're having a little yellow fever right here late in the race. All right. I want to say with this one, we'll probably be down to about 30 laps remaining. A little different ball game now. Town, Turnmeyer, McLaughlin, Shannon, Vinny, then Dylan Connor sixth, Eldred, Rutherford, Parks, Werdeman, and Pete Dillon through the top 11. Everybody else off the track right now. We'll see how they come back after they go in for repairs. Been a longer one tonight. Everybody moving over. 22 car of Oxford. Going to put himself back on the lead lap. And Westendorf will go get another lap back as well. Westendorf is going to stay about 3 laps behind. But Oxford will be back on the lead lap. All righty, doubling them up. I think we're going to get a green flag this time. 32 laps is what will be remaining. Watch him come to the restart zone. Green flag pretty quickly in that zone. We're going to drop back here. Turnmeyer is going to go put pressure on your leader. No doubt about that. Never had a doubt that he wouldn't try to get up there and go side by side. I wanted to watch what was going to happen back there, 4th, 5th, and 6th, because Adam Vinny wanted to keep Shannon up high. Here comes your contact. They're going to keep it all squared and straightened away. They're going to be 3 wide getting into 1 and 2. I don't know how much that's going to work. Shannon's going to move up. Adam Vinny's left front crushed back in again, and now Sean McLaughlin right rear hanging out. That's going to check a couple people up. Move Shannon to second. McLaughlin is hanging on to third. Adam Vinny trying to get around him. McLaughlin just wants to stop the bleeding. He wants to get down. He's not going to do it in front of Connor, I don't think. Connor may let him go. A little bit cautious there. And he wants to try to work around and get it done clean. Doesn't want to get turned around again this late in the race. As we're creeping in on lap 100, we'll be down to 25 to go. That's definitely go time. But Jeff Town, well, he enjoys about a 1.35 second lead right here. He just wants to keep enough tire on the car so that if the 91 gets clear and makes the run to him, he can fend him off. Right now, 91 car mired in traffic. He's behind a McLaughlin, trying to find a way around. Town, well, he's got it pretty easy. Adam Vinny in the 3rd spot in front of McLaughlin. McLaughlin is 4th. Dylan Connor in 5th. Hard Chargers, Dylan Connor, 11 positions right now. He's going to secure the bonus point, I'm sure. Nothing happens between here and lap 125. Where will he finish? And can he get around these guys and go catch Jeff Town? Adam Vinny is going to try to make a move on the 6 of Chris Shannon. Trying to get to 2nd. Connor sees that and he says, man, if the door will be open just long enough, I'm going to make a move on McLaughlin. I need to get there so I can try to get through and get to the 11. As soon as he clears, I can go after him. And caution once again. So we're on 4 as the 22 of DJ Oxford. And he'll go around, he'll get Joey Connor, he'll get the outside fence. So that'll change things a little bit. And right now, Mr. Dia sitting on our number. So we're inside 25 to go. Town, Shannon, Vinny, Dylan Connor, McLaughlin, Turnmeyer, Eldred, Rutherford, Werdeman, Eddie, Dylan. That's Pete Dillon in the 7 and 11th. Stephen Parks in the 103 is 12th. And then Joey Connor, DJ Oxford are all off the track. We'll see if it looks like some wave rounds are going to happen for the 92 car. At least one, maybe two. Man, that's going to get him close to being back on the lead lap. Austin DeMore, the only retiree. He made 90 laps, so he died just a couple of minutes ago. DJ Oxford's car heavily damaged. And Joey Connors is faring slightly better, but not much. So we'll watch the lights on the pace truck. That's what we're looking for. Should be right around 20 to go when we drop the green flag. And now Dylan Connor is in striking position. He's in 4th. He's got Adam Vinny on the inside, and he's got Chris Shannon in front. But the guy that is going to give us the restart with 20 to go is your points leader. All he needs to do is finish in front of the 91 car, and he'll be your champion. If the 91 passes him, then the bonus point is going to come into play for Hard Charger, and we will have to wait for the official word from Race Control. Back to the restart zone. Green flag with 20 laps remaining. Town will shoot to the front. Here comes Vinny alongside Shannon, trying for second. McLaughlin is going to get in there. And he is going to try to stay on that bottom line and take third away. Not going to happen. Shannon fends off Vinny, and now Dylan Connor is alongside Adam Vinny on the outside. Vinny will not roll over. He is going to try to finish on the podium. I know that driver. Little damage on the car. Should not be too hurtful. Shouldn't affect it too much. I'll tell you what, Connor is really trying to pour the coals to it. The laps are going to tick off quick, and he is not. Oh, this time gets a little wide in turn number 2. Smacks the fence. He'll fall back to 4th. Now he's in line. McLaughlin's behind him in 5th. And now he's going to have a lot harder time because he's got to catch up. Then he's got to get a move, and he really needs to get to the inside of the 11. And I think the laps are winding down, and so is the clock on the 91 car to go back to back as the series champion. Town out front. Shannon second. Vinny's third. Connor. Then McLaughlin, then Eldred. Rutherford behind that. And here comes Marvin Turnmeyer. He's going to try to make a move, get himself in the top 7. Werdeman's behind that. Pete Dillon in the 7 car right there. A little bit of a stumble out of the 16. He got up on the curb, checked up Pete Dillon as well. There goes Turnmeyer to the inside. Something wrong with the 16 car. He may have knocked something off the bottom of that car when he ran it up on the curb back there a minute ago. With Jeff Town running away now. He's opening it up. He's out to about 0.6 of a second. Here comes Dylan Connor. He's going to make a move on the 11. He's got to do something. He's got to do it now. The 11 has caught the 6. If Vinny can get to the inside on Shannon, Connor wants to use that, get by as well, and then he'll immediately go on attack mode and try to get around that 11 car. He cannot ride back here. Now the 11 to the inside of the 6 mid-corner. This will be a drag race. We'll see how many laps it takes for the 11 to pass the 6 car. Six getting good runs out the top side of both 2 and 4, and he's able to hang tough right on the door of the 11 car. Dylan Connor just wants somebody to open it up for him so he can go, and now he's going to commit to the bottom, get inside of Shannon as well. Try to follow Vinny through, but Shannon just so tough on the top. Vinny clears, and now can he go 2 for 1? Make a pass here and shoot it down and get inside on Adam Vinny. No way. Vinny clears him by about a car and a half. Put Vinny second. Dylan Connor now up to the 3rd spot. It'll be 8 to go the next time by. Both drivers, the 11 and the 91, have been in a mess of stuff tonight. But the 91 has got to get around that 11 car. He's running out of time. The gap is 1.5 seconds. That is a ton to make up on this tiny little paperclip. He secured the bonus point for Hard Charger tonight by waving his qualifying, starting at the back of the field. But he needs to finish right in front of the 2 car. And that is going to be a tough order because he can't get around the 11. He's mired in 3rd right now, and the gap is opening every lap. Town, 6 to go. Just needs to be smart and smooth right here, and I think he's got the championship locked up. Adam Vinny is racing for 3rd in the points, and you can't take that away from him because he was tied with Matt Eddy coming into the night. So he's racing for a very high spot in the finishing order of the points. So, you know, he's not going to make it easy for Connor. And now if that slip right there isn't enough, there goes Connor up alongside. Wave lap that time by. We're coming around. It's going to be 4 to go this time. And they're side by side for 2nd and 3rd. And Adam Vinny is getting just enough of a run, but he couldn't pull down and block that line. I think he's going to have to yield 2nd place here. He's fighting back. He is not giving up. The gap is out to 1.7 seconds now. And it's 3 laps to go. Now Dylan's clear of the 11 car. Oh, not yet. Boy, I'll tell you what, he didn't get out of turn number 2 at all. And Vinny rolled right back alongside. Now he gets out of 4 a whole lot better. 2 to go that time. Jeff Town, 1.8 seconds. Connor now up to 2nd. 16th to 2nd in this one, and it's not going to be enough. White flag being displayed for the 2 car. Your points leader coming into the night had a 2-point advantage. Started about 4th in this field. And he is going to come through 3 and 4, and he is going to win the season finale at Martinsville. I'm going to go ahead and say he locked up the championship as well. Dylan Connor with Hard Charger comes home 2nd. Adam Vinny going to come home 3rd. Chris Shannon and Sean McLaughlin 4 and 5 tonight. Eldred 6th, Rutherford 7th, Pete Dillon 8th, Joey Connor 9th, Matt Eddy was 10th, Stephen Parks 11th, Josh Wessendorf 12th, Jeff Werdeman 13th, Marvin Turnmeyer 14th, DJ Oxford 15th, and Austin DeMore in the 16th spot. So, top 3 in points are going to park on my front stretch tonight in the order that they finish in the race, as well as where they finish in the points tonight. So we're going to grab all three of them. There's Adam Vinny. There's Jeff Town. We are looking for the 91 of Joey, or of Dylan Connor, right there. All right, let's grab Adam Vinny. Let's talk to the driver in the 11 car. He finishes in third. He's going to finish third in the points tonight. Adam Vinny, it's beat up all over the place, but it was still running good at the end.
Yeah, it was okay. It definitely felt like it was down on horsepower, and the tires were giving way big time. So I think I'm gonna pull into the pits and have my crew change out the tires and go out there and hit the pace car.
Well, I think that they've already started putting things away. I don't think that's going to be possible here tonight. But even though you went through a lot, at the end you're running second. And it was a tough pass on the 6 car. And the 91, you put up as much of a fight. Was there something there on the outside that maybe just needed somebody to run a few extra laps and put a little rubber up there?
Yeah, it actually didn't seem too bad. You get a lot of roll speed up there. As the tires go, that's definitely what you want. I think my tires were just absolutely way too gone. And like I said, beat up car. It just wasn't handling the way I wanted it to. But yeah, topside wasn't actually too bad.
Well, I think I have heard the plan for next season is to take a season off from this series. Is that correct?
Yes. I am retiring for a season. I have the Dirt Pro Late models on Sunday nights I'm concentrating on, and then I got the Craftsman Truck Series on Wednesdays and the Super Trucks on Thursdays.
Yeah, that was what I thought I had heard, and I wanted to double check with you. But before you take the season off, man, third in the points. You came in here tied with Matt Eddy. You knew you had to finish in front to get that, and you put on a pretty good show out there, even with all the damage. Was that going to be something that it was going to be satisfactory coming home third before you take your break?
Yes and no. I knew how decent of a car I had in the beginning, especially on the long runs. I tried saving tire and let them wear theirs out, and that's what was happening. And then yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the booth and take a look at the replay on, I believe, lap 71, 72. See what in the world happened. I could have swore I heard 3 wide, and you never want to hear that, definitely at Martinsville. So yeah, I'm happy to come back to third from everything that happened. I got caught up in that first one. I got caught up in the second one. There might have been the third one, but I can't remember.
It was too much.
Functioning right now.
It was too much to handle. He didn't know if he had a third one or not. I think you did. I think
Yes,
you were
sir.
involved in 3. So let me take a look here real quick. Officially, I can tell you do finish third in the points, my friend. So congrats on that. All in all, an eventful season. We're going to miss you here next season because we know the guys are starting up in a couple of weeks, but I'm going to get to enjoy watching you on Wednesday nights over in the Truck Series, my friend. So give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before I let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Roger. I might show up to a show or two. You never know. I might have to make an appearance. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, thank you to you. Thank you to the Dirt Racing Network, Digital Sim Sports Network, Beard Wisconsin Small Batch Beard Oils and Bombs, Next Level Litigation Support, It's Wisconsin You Know, Fridge Brick Time, Puma, Wabam, Scrub-a-Dub, my buddy Reed, who's still off handling some personal business. Miss him out here. My mom and dad, first and foremost, obviously. My kids, my girlfriend upstairs, just everybody that comes out and continues support. This is why we do it, for them.
All right, man. We will look forward to seeing you. Make sure you get that appearance money when you come out here to race, though. Don't let your agent forget to get that for you. All right.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a conversation with them. They're probably back in the hauler right now, so we'll talk to them. We'll celebrate tonight.
Well, you're going to have to pay for all that beard oil that they've been sending to people on you. So I'm just,
Yeah, I know.
All right, my man. Congrats on a great season. I will look forward to seeing you in the Truck Series starting next Wednesday night.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it, buddy.
Adam Vinny finishing in third tonight. Oh, you know what? We're not going that way. We're going this way. And finishing third in the points as well. Now, let's get a hold of our rando driver of the night. He drives a 13 car. I don't know how many this is this season, but Bob, I feel like you've been in here as a random driver of the night multiple times. Tonight, a 6th place finish. Fun little track. The car looks like it's got a couple of little dings and dents in it. Is it going to be up for sale soon?
Yeah, up for sale 100%.
And will it be discounted?
We can talk. Message me after.
Ding, dent, the scratch sale at the 13 pits. Head over there right now.
Yeah,
well, man, tell me a little bit about your run tonight, buddy.
I had zero idea how to drive this track. I ran 7th. I think I ran it up to 4th or 5th, and then Dylan ran up behind me, and kind of taught me what I was doing wrong. So I ran an entry completely different. Finally got my bearings. Finally understood what I was doing, and then got caught up in that one wreck, and it folded the right rear over. So everything after that, I was steering wheel was 90 degrees to the left, and I just couldn't carry any speed off the corner. So I'm amazed I am where I am. But yeah, I don't know where the whole driver of the night thing. I swear, I think Marvin and them just like me, because I don't think I was anywhere near memorable tonight.
Well, 6th place in the points, man. Your first full season here, and I know that sets you up for some things for next season. Can we see the 13 car get up here and challenge all these guys that are up front next season?
Yeah, I think you will. Last season I actually was able to run all but I think one race, and Dylan and I were pretty close at the end. This season I was just not. I've got another league that runs with a bunch of the local guys up here that runs this time of year, so I missed 4 or 5 of these ones. I'm amazed. You told me I was 6th. I actually didn't know that. That's awesome. But now I'm hoping we'll skip this next week, and then the following week I guess is the start of the new season. I'm looking forward to that one because I don't have any other commitments on Tuesday nights.
All right, man. Well, some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go get back there and sell everything you got to the fans and start over fresh next season.
10-4. Well, shout-outs as always to you guys for putting on the broadcast. This thing's a blast to go back and watch, and it was nice. I guess I actually had my sister in chat watching tonight, so that was cool. Shout-out to Marv and Josh and all them for putting on everything that they do here, because they do an awesome job. And I don't know that I've ever run with as large of a group of really, really respectful hard racers. I mean, whether the cars are damaged or not, these guys are just a blast to run around.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back next season, and maybe the 13 car a little closer to the front every night.
10-4. Thanks a lot, Roger.
That is Bob Eldred. He finished in 6th. Now let's move over to our official 2nd place finisher. He finishes 2nd in the race. He finishes 2nd in the points. 5 out. Dylan Connor, you definitely made it interesting. I think that last 20-odd laps just kind of hung up in traffic right there, huh?
Yeah, I can definitely say I at least gave my best effort tonight. I mean, I knew it was only going to be 1 extra point from, attempting to get the hard harder, but every point mattered, and I attempted it, and from 16th to 2nd, I would say I got that, but he laid down a good run, and he was able to pull it off, so congrats to him.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of incidents, and, you had to go back and start back there, about 13th at least twice. I know that is never fun trying to pass that many cars, but did you learn anything coming to the front that the guys up front were doing different than the guys at the back that, maybe if you'd have executed something a little quicker, you might have got there a little sooner?
Yeah, I think I was sitting in a good spot after, it came down and pitted, and when it all cycled back out, I ended up, I think, 7th on the restart. I crawled my way up to 4th or 5th, and got caught up in an incident there, and like I said, I was sitting in a good spot there. I felt pretty confident with the tires I had and the speed. Felt like I was going to be able to get up there and contend for the win. And then when I had to go all the way back to 13th, I was just looking forward to at least trying to crack the top 5. But to crawl all the way back up to second, I mean, honestly, I think I had the speed wise at the end to get to Jeff. Is just like I said, getting caught up in traffic the last 20 laps. That was about all I could do. But it's been a blast racing with him as a Class Act guy. Like I said, he comes in every week. He's a competitor just like I am. And, I probably put myself in a hole, I'd say 3 or 4 races this year with some penalties that probably could have helped the outcome of this. But that's part of racing, and I just have to clean up those mistakes and come back stronger next season.
Well, you got 3 wins on the season, man, and I think 1 win shy of going back-to-back in the championship. Like you said, clean a few things up, and maybe next season, that sophomore slump, you'll get over it, and season number 3, maybe you can get back on top the steps.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
All right, man, shout-outs and thank yous, and I do dig, a plain old black car with just some bright numbers on it. I know that's a throwback to your dad, but give me them shout-outs and them thank yous, and we'll let you go start prepping up.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for all year for us in the booth again, being up in the booth for us every Tuesday night. I really enjoy going back and watching it. I want to thank Jeff and Mar for another great season, great group of guys to race with, great league. I want to thank the league sponsors, AMP Graydon, Gunslinger Whiskey. I want to thank my sponsors, Puryear Race Parts, Chris and Alan Puryear with Caldwell Banker Elite, my family, my friends, my fiance for all supporting me. And like I said, I just want to give a shout out again. This is my dad's throwback scheme that I ran tonight. The last season he ran, I believe it was 2008 or 2009. But yeah, just a shout out to him. I thought it'd be pretty cool. And just looking to bounce back strong for next season.
All right, man, congrats on a great season. Congrats on another great run here tonight. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do coming up in a couple, 3 weeks here when they kick this thing back off.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is your second place finisher in the race and in the points this season. The 91 of Dylan Connor, defending series champion, goes out, but he only goes out by 5 points. And I said it at the top of the show. I thought this guy would come in and make a statement. And Jeff Town, 5 points, my friend. You did it. You held him off at the end there, especially. And you're going to go home not only winning the season finale at Martinsville, but you get the big hardware. You are the champion of the ERA AMP Grading and Excavating Pavement Late Model Stock Car Series. Wasn't easy, but you got there.
We got it done. Yeah, what a season.
Well, 4 wins, and it took that 4th win to secure this thing because 91 car wins. He started 16th, and he charged his way all the way to 2nd place tonight.
Yeah. Coming into the league, everyone kept telling me Dylan was the guy to beat. Dylan was the guy to beat. So I knew as the season went on, you had to definitely had stuff play out in your, in your favor, and then just be consistent. And fortunately enough, I was able to be both this season. So hats off to Dylan. I mean, that came right down to the wire, and that was a lot of fun. So,
well, 4 wins and 4 second places in 10 starts. If I'm going to be fair, those two non-top 2 starts, I'd have to go back and look and see how bad they were, because 5 points is pretty tight, considering that he only had 3 wins and 3 second places. So, that both of you models of consistency. But having to win on the final night, did you feel any pressure, especially when you go fastest in the qualifying and then you're going to start 4th? He's going to the back, so I'm sure you had a little relief. No, it was going to take a little while to get there, but you know how hard he charges. So did you start to feel anything when you could see that he was getting closer and closer there on those last few restarts?
Yeah, coming in, I mean, the whole week, I knew Well, especially after they announced or whatever the hard charger deal, and then I seen him doing it. I was wondering what he was gonna do, and then I seen him do it. So I pretty much just had, one option for me. I had to basically just qualify first, win the race, and I knew if I could just get that done, it was basically locked up. So, like I said, hats off to him. He did. He came through the field. I seen him getting smaller and smaller and smaller in the mirror. So, yeah, I was just kind of hanging on. Definitely some nerves set in towards the end there, especially we had cautions popping up towards the end there, and I was just like, we just need to get this done.
Well, an awesome run, an awesome season, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go hoist the big hardware.
Yeah, definitely thank you for doing the broadcast all season long. You do an awesome job. Marvin and Jeff for putting the league on. I got to thank my buddy Pete for getting me in this league. It's been a lot of fun. So, and one more time, I got to thank all the drivers. This is a great group of guys to race with, and they're clean. They race hard. It's been a lot of fun. So, all the sponsors that came on board to help this league get through the season, I want to give them a shout out too.
All right, man. Congrats on an awesome season. I know we'll see you back next season to try to defend that title. So go celebrate with your teammates, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, all right?
Thank you. Have a good one.
That is your race winner to close out the season, and he takes home the championship as well. Driver of the 2-car, Jeffrey Town. It has been a hell of a season. This is 3 or 4 for us now with these guys. I have to go back and count them. I know it's at least 3. And it has been a ton of fun watching these guys. Great competition. We know we're going to see a lot of clean racing. We know we're going to see a few guys get very comfortable and familiar at the front, but there's always those guys that break through, and we've had a couple of those in recent races here, and it is always fun to come and watch these guys. They put on a great show. It's a lot of talent in this server every time you come in here, so I want to thank Marvin and Jeff for keeping us on board. We hope everybody's enjoying the shows. That is going to do it for us. See you back in a couple of weeks, everybody, but I want to thank you first for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw again here tonight, there is nothing for us to cover, so everybody gets a pat on the back and a high five. Until we see you the next time, God bless everybody. Peace and love to you all. Keep the rough side facing down. Come see us as soon as you can.